Yes, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Cook on first down, but it won't net him much, maybe a yard. Second down coming up.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
This defense for the Niners, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. The 49ers have Richie James back deep. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
Here's James returning.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
On first down, Lance. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
First carry for Raheem Mostert.
7 yards there and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not over.
They're looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. 23 yards, the final tally. Now Cook running right. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
This defense for the Niners, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Lance, a handoff here to Mostert.
And he's got some space here. Touchdown, 49ers.
Raheem Mostert, 79 yards. And the 49ers on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going for the defensive guys. Plays like that really work.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Lance.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there are really very few fullbacks in the NFL today that get used as weapons in the passing game. But Kyle Juszczyk, definitely one of them. Part of the reason he's been a Pro Bowler 5 years in a row.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
107 yards rushing now from Mostert as he picks up a first down.
Mostert. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Lance.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Lance looking to throw it.
Touchdown! George Kittle, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Take it in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Mon now off of play action.
Open man here is Conklin.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have a Vikings first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
A pass there complete to Westbrook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mon looks to throw.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And that's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
Pushing through the contact. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Cook. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On second down, Cook. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Vikings thus far. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because as part of you got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A handoff running left is Mostert. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 11 more on that one and another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Here's Mostert. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They'll throw now on the final play. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The drive starts with a carry by Sermon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now it's 2nd and 9. Here's Lance. They're trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
12 yards that time for number 12 as they move. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And a very short pickup there. 15 to the 16. And alongside Cardinal Patrick Peterson up to make the tackle.
Get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On 2nd down, it's Sermon. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. This to the outside, it's Sermon. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back. Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor, and they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
That one goes for 8 yards. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Oh, nice move. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Vikings were able to make this a close game again.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And this will be a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Lance, a give now to Sherman. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 2nd down, Mostert. Well, he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. On play action, Lance steps away. This one caught by Kittle. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up 1st and goal.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. And they'll run with Sherman. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Sermon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal.
Not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 31, Mond. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
3rd down from the gun, it's Mond.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
2nd and 5. And Lance now to throw.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
Lance finding Kittle, 1st down San Francisco.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
141 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Lance going to throw.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
2nd and 10. On the handoff, Sermon. He will push his way down to about the 14. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Throwing now is Lance.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal.
Now Lance.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the 49ers extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
On 2nd and 10. Mond, flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit the sack there to Arden Key.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Vikings on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On 4th down, Mond.
A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Lance.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Now a play fake. Lance.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Again with Sermon.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extras...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Gold with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Back to the air, Mond.
Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And he's going to have the first. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. 40, but not before picking up 8. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mond out of the shotgun. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions and carry it with him.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the 49ers, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.